since I'm a person who like to read a lot, there's an author called Donald Miller. When he defines a true relationship in one of his quotes, he once said, "When you stop expecting people to be perfect, you can like them for who they are." I'm starting with this because that is not the case with local government. There is nothing called a true relationship. However, there's a kind of a relationship that exists within the local government or the municipal environment. Whether we speak of a relationship between the municipality and the community members, or the councillors and the community members, as well as the admin leadership and political leadership and even staff. Having worked for local government for more than 20 years and with more than 7 municipalities, my assessment is that there is no romantic relationship or a sweetheart relationship in local government. When somebody loves you, you feel safe and comfortable, and at most you feel so relaxed. So there's no kind of situation which exists of that nature within local government. You cannot be fully comfortable and relaxed in that environment. So that has been my assessment. One example is, when political leaders get elected, before they can even get into the system, they work and associate very well with members of the public, with the community they are about to serve. You'll observe that there's some sort of a relationship that exists, which makes that political leader may be secured of the community that this person is about to serve. And you would observe actions of devotion also from the side of the political leader, which such actions are symbolized by elements of faithfulness, allegiance, affection, as well as attachments between the political leader and the members of the community. But once that leader gets into the system of local government or into the municipality, that councillor would honestly get busy and busy, and thus affecting the state of a relationship that this person had established before with local communities. And immediately when members of the community see that the councillor is too busy now for them, and that they don't see that person more often, that becomes an issue, because there will be issues of trust now, and the leader will start feeling unsafe and uncomfortable. So in most cases, those leaders will run away from the meetings in fear of their life. They'll run away from accounting to the communities. And that's why in most municipalities, to be specific, we find that political leaders as well as admin leaders, they have some bodyguards. In those instances, because the committee members would still want that councillor to account as their leader, they'll do all the means to make that councillor account, including embarking on protest actions. So that on its own would lead to a breakdown in trust relationship. So in this case, you'll find a situation whereby a political leader, before he gets into the system of local government, there is a certain level of trust and between that person and the members of the community. But when that person gets into the system, that level of trust and that relationship, it diminishes. As you are also aware, there is a process on the appointment of administrative leadership, meaning the municipal managers and those that are reporting to the municipal managers, which such process is normally conducted through deployment. That is the practice that we're all aware of, which is happening across all municipalities. The whole process, in my view, is characterized by 3 kinds of relationships. There is a relationship that would observe, or maybe that exists pre-deployment. And there's a relationship that exists during deployment, and there's one that exists after deployment. To some extent, I don't know in terms of the thinking of those that are in leadership positions, because sometimes they used to confuse the relationship before deployment with the relationship during, and think that things will go very well as they have been before deployment. So that what makes things becoming sour when it comes to these kind of issues and relationships, because people would expect that the same kind of relationship would happen or would be in existence even during the term of the office, and that will turn out as something else. So some of us, when we get deployed in this position, we get too much comfortable and feel secured and relaxed to an extent that would believe that the same kind of relationship that existed before we get deployed in those positions will be the same even during, which in that instance, that is not normally the case, because there are certain things that characterize such relationships within the local government or the municipal environment.